Hello students, welcome back to TutorHub, your e-classroom on YouTube. So today we'll be learning about adding integers and we'll be having step-by-step guide to make this topic easy for you. But before we proceed, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please like the video and leave a comment so that we'll be able to interact more and we'll know how you find the topics that we are uploading here in YouTube, and so that we can help you also with specific topics that you would like help from me. Okay? So again, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment so that we'll have more learning videos together. All right? Now, when adding integers, we can usually visualize it using a number line, right? So adding integers can be solved using a number line because through a number line, we can plot, okay, the numbers through this number line, of course, right? So for example, at the right side, to the right of the number line, we have the positive integers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then to the left, you have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, and negative 8. Okay? So this is your number line. It's a continuum of all the numbers from negative infinity to, to positive infinity. Okay, so all these numbers are found here in the number line. And say, for example, we have this number, we have this question. We're asked to add 5 plus negative 2. Okay, so when we say positive integers, they're going to the right? Negative integers are going to the left of the number line. So starting from 0, we move to the right 5 times because we're adding 5 first, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we arrive here at 5. Okay? Now, using another color, we will be moving to the left because we're adding negative 2 to 5. Okay? So when we say negative 2, that means we go to the left 1, 2. 2 times, right? So what is 5 minus 2 using the number line method? Very good. So it's 3, right? So we got 3 as our answer for this particular problem. So 5 plus negative 2 is equal to positive 3 because it's still within the positive side of the number line, and we got this answer for our problem. So that's 3. However, you noticed that adding integers using number lines can be time consuming. Okay, so you need to draw the number line, the numbers on it, and then you move from left to right depending on the quantity of the number that you are given, right? So that's a limitation of using the number line when adding integers. So what's the shortcut or any tips, right? So when adding integers, we have to look at the signs of the integers that we're adding. So in the first case, if the integers have the same sign, then we have 3 steps to follow in order to add these types of integers. So the first step is for you to make sure that the numbers actually have the same signs, okay? So that you'll be able to use this process. Second, add the absolute values of the numbers, whether that's positive or negative. You simply add the absolute values of the numbers and use the common sign of the two numbers as the sum, as the sign of the sum of the two numbers. Okay, so how do we operationalize that, or how do we apply that to real problems? Okay, so let's add integers with the same sign for this example. So we have negative 2 plus negative 21. So both numbers, number 1, the first step is to make sure that they have the same sign. So yes, they really have the same signs. And then we add the absolute values of the two numbers. Okay, so what is 2 plus 21? Everybody, what is 2 plus 21? That's 23. Very good. Then the third step is to use the copy or to use the sign of the two integers, right? So the common sign for the two integers is negative. So we write the negative sign on for the sum of the two integers. So that's how easy it is, right? We don't need to write the number line anymore, and it would be less time consuming using this technique. Let's go to the second example. If you have negative 15 plus negative 10, do they have the same signs? Yes, the two numbers have the same sign. They both have a negative sign. And then the second step, we add the absolute values of the two numbers. What is 15 plus 10? Everybody, what is 15 plus 10? Comment down below what is 15 plus 10. Very good, that's 25, right? And then third step, we copy the common sign of the two numbers as the sign of the sum. What's the common sign? It's negative. So the final answer is negative 25. Is that clear? Very good. Now let's have another example. 2 plus 6. Okay, do we have the same sign for the two numbers? Yes, what's the sign? They're both positive. Then, what's the sum of 2 and 6? 2 plus 6, that's 8. And what's the common sign again of the two numbers? It's positive, so simply our answer is 8. Okay, last example for this type of question. What's 9 plus 4? Again, do they have the same sign? Yes, they're both positive. They both have positive sign. Then what's 9 plus 4? 9 plus 4 is 13. Very good. And what's the common sign of the two numbers? It's positive. So our answer is 13. So that's how easy it is to add integers with the same sign. What about if we add integers with opposite signs? What would be the rule? So the rule when adding integers with opposite sign is to first determine the larger number of the two numbers that you will be adding. Then we subtract the smaller number from the larger number. Then we use the sign of the larger number as the sign of the sum. Okay? So again, make sure the signs are opposite. Then determine the larger number between the two numbers. And then subtract the smaller number from the larger number, and then the difference would be written as the sum, and then the sign of the sum will be following the sign of the larger number. Okay, so let's have some examples here. Adding integers with opposite signs. So we have negative 2 plus 25. So between the two, which is the larger number, 25 or negative 2? Okay, 25 is a larger number numerically, so that's 25. Then we subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. So that's 25 minus 2, that's 23. Then what's the sign of the larger number? Positive. So that would be positive 23. That's the sum of the two numbers. Second example, 3 plus negative 17. Okay, so which of the two is or has a larger numerical value, 3 or 17? Yes, it's 17, right? Then second step, we subtract 3, the smaller number from the larger number. What's 17 minus 3? 3, that's 14. Very good, 14. And then what's the sign of the larger number? Negative. So we write the negative sign as the sign of the sum. Do you follow? Did you get the process and do you understand how it is done? Very good. Okay. Next, let's do the third problem. Negative 18 plus 10. What's negative 18 plus 10? All right, we first identify the larger number. Which is larger, 18 or 10? Okay, 18 is larger, so we subtract 10 from 18. What's 18 minus 10? 8, right? And then what is the sign of the larger number? 18, negative. So we write negative beside 8, so the sum would be negative 8. Okay, so that would be the answer for this particular problem. Okay, next, number 4, 12 plus negative 8. What is 12 plus negative 8? Which one is the larger number? 12. Okay, so we subtract the smaller number from the larger number. 12 minus 8 is 4, right? So what's the sign of the larger number? Positive. So our answer would be positive 4. Last example, negative 25 plus 25. Here, the two numbers are equal. So we, we subtract 25 plus 25, that's 0. And because it's 0, then we simply put 0 there as the answer, right? So the two numbers cancel out, the positive and the negative integers. So we simply put 0 as our answer. Okay, so that's how easy it is to add integers with opposite signs. So I hope you learned something today, students. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. Thank you everyone for watching TutorHub, your e-classroom on YouTube. Happy learning, everyone!